The night was still, the air thick with anticipation. 10 young women stood in the dim glow of their flickering lamps, their eyes fixed on the dark horizon. The groom would come, that much was certain. But when? That was the mystery. Some stood ready, their hands gripping the oil flasks they had wisely brought. Others, their lamps burning low, whispered among themselves, unaware that time was slipping away. Then, like a sudden storm breaking through the silence, a cry rang out in the streets. "Behold, the bridegroom is coming. Go out to meet him." Panic set in. Lamps sputtered, flames died. And in that moment, 5 of them realized the unthinkable: they were not ready. The elders had always spoken of the great wedding feast, a celebration unlike any other. In the village of Beth Zion, where ancient traditions were honored, weddings were a time of great joy and preparation. But this wedding was different. It was to be a grand occasion, one where the unexpected would unfold. Among the invited were 10 maidens, chosen as the bridal attendants. They were tasked with carrying lamps to light the way for the bridegroom when he arrived at night. No one knew when he would come, only that he would arrive when least expected. And so, the waiting began. The 10 virgins were chosen from among the pure maidens of Beth Zion. Each had been handpicked for their devotion, beauty, and standing within the community. Eliana, the eldest, was wise and careful in all she did. She always prepared for what was to come. Leora, her dearest friend, was full of life but sometimes careless in planning. Zahara, proud and confident, believed herself above such trivialities as waiting. Miriam, kind-hearted but easily influenced by others. Selah, quiet and contemplative, always questioning deeper meanings. Naomi, filled with laughter but given to distraction. Avia, the youngest, looked up to the others for guidance. Keziah, known for her beauty, often more concerned with appearance than substance. Judith, strong-willed but often impatient. Tirzah, gentle but naive, trusting others too easily. The announcement of the bridegroom's arrival was made weeks in advance. They were to accompany the bride and stand ready at night, awaiting the procession of the groom's arrival. Their lamps would guide the way through the dark streets. Each maiden was given a lamp, and they were expected to bring their own oil. Eliana, cautious as ever, urged them all, "Bring extra oil. We do not know how long the wait will be." The 5 wise virgins, Eliana, Selah, Avia, Naomi, and Judith, heeded her advice. The 5 foolish virgins, Zahara, Leora, Miriam, Keziah, and Tirzah, laughed it off. "The groom will not delay," Zahara scoffed. "Why trouble ourselves with extra burdens?" And so the preparations began. The village streets were alive with excitement. The wedding was the event of the season, drawing visitors from surrounding towns. The bride's family prepared a great feast, and musicians played songs of celebration. But the customs of Beth Zion dictated that the bridegroom would delay his coming to create suspense and heighten the celebration. Whispers spread through the village. Would he arrive at sunset? At midnight? At dawn? The 10 virgins took their place outside the bride's home, their lamps flickering in the cool night air. And so they waited. Hours passed. The warm excitement of the evening faded into silence. The sounds of laughter and music grew distant. The maidens sat together, some whispering, others lost in thought. Leora yawned. "Surely he will not delay much longer." Zahara stretched. "This waiting is foolishness. If he is coming, he should come already." Eliana frowned. "The bridegroom comes when he chooses, not when we expect." The 5 wise virgins checked their lamps. Their flasks of extra oil rested beside them, ready. But the foolish virgins had no reserves. Slowly, sleep overtook them all. Their lamps flickered. The village lay in deep stillness. At midnight, a loud cry shattered the silence. "Behold, the bridegroom comes. Go out to meet him." The 10 virgins jolted awake, their hearts pounding. The streets filled with movement as people rushed toward the wedding procession. The bridegroom had arrived. The wise virgins immediately reached for their extra oil, pouring it into their lamps. Their flames burned brightly, but the foolish virgins gasped in horror. Their lamps were going out. "We have no more oil," Leora cried. "Give us some of yours," Sahara begged. Eliana's heart ached, but she shook her head. "If we give you ours, there will not be enough for us all. Go quickly. Buy oil from the merchants before it is too late." The 5 foolish virgins hesitated, then ran into the darkness. The bridegroom entered the village, his procession glowing with light. The 5 wise virgins, lamps shining brightly, followed him. The wedding doors swung open, and they entered the great feast. As they stepped inside, the doors closed behind them. Moments later, the foolish virgins returned, breathless and desperate. They banged on the doors, pleading, "Lord, Lord, open the door for us." But from inside the bridegroom's voice came, "Truly, I tell you, I do not know you." A deep silence fell. The foolish virgins stood outside, realizing their mistake too late. The foolish virgins sat outside, their faces pale with sorrow. "We thought we had more time," Miriam whispered. "We thought we were ready," Keziah said, tears in her eyes. Eliana, from within, watched them through the window. Her heart was heavy, but she knew the warning had been given. They had not prepared. The bridegroom represents Christ, and the wedding feast represents the kingdom of heaven. The wise virgins were ready, their lamps filled with faith and righteousness. The foolish virgins had only outward appearances of faith. They had lamps, but no true preparation. And when the moment of judgment came, they were left outside. The doors were shut. Outside, 5 desperate voices called into the night. They banged on the door, pleading, their eyes filled with regret. "Lord, Lord, open the door for us." But from inside, the bridegroom's voice came, solemn and final. "Truly, I tell you, I do not know you." Silence fell. The wise virgins stood within, their lamps burning bright, partaking in the joy of the wedding feast. The foolish virgins remained outside, forever separated by the choice they had made. The warning was clear: be ready, for you do not know the day or the hour. If this story has touched you, don't wait until it's too late. Stay prepared, walk in faith, and always keep your lamp burning. Subscribe now for more powerful Bible stories, lessons, and inspirations to guide you on your journey. Stay blessed, and see you in the next video.